Hi, my name's Erin. This semester at Texas State, I'm taking a class called Interpersonal Communication. If you don't know what that is, that's communication one-on-one. So in this class, I'm learning a lot about different ways to communicate better, ways that don't work so much, and all sorts of fun stuff. If you are really interested, you should take the class. So for this class, we have to submit a project for our creative journal. What that is a creative way of showing, hey, this is what I've learned so far, and this is how it applies to real life. So in my creative journal, I'm going to be doing YouTube videos, experimenting with theories that we learned. The first theory that I'm going to do is the uncertainty reduction theory, and let me tell you a little bit about it. The uncertainty reduction theory is all about communication at the initial interaction, usually the first time you meet someone. By the word uncertainty, I mean that's all the stuff you don't know about a person. Whether it's like their political views, what their interests are, what kind of person they are, all of that is uncertain when you first walk up to someone. There are also some axioms to this theory. Axioms are basically a hypothesis, kind of a if this, then this. The first theory is that the verbal quality increase, meaning you're talking about more stuff, means that the uncertainty is going to decrease. It's kind of like a seesaw effect. So the more you talk about stuff, the more certain you are about a person. The same is true for nonverbal messages as well. The more you use them and the more the person gets to know them, the farther down the certainty is going to go. Another if-then hypothesis is that the more that uncertainty decreases, the more you're going to want to seek information. So this means the more you start knowing a person, the more you're going to want to know that person more. It's also the same for when uncertainty decreases, that script like, hi, what's your name, what's your major, all that script stuff gets out of the way the more certain you are about a person. Another axiom in this theory is that the more uncertainty goes down, so the more you start talking to people and getting to know them, the more your intimacy level will go up. Not meaning intimacy as in a relationship, but you'll be more comfortable with them, you'll want to have a friendship more than like the stranger relationship, and you'll start feeling comfortable with them. With intimacy, that's also, you'll start sitting a little bit closer to them, you'll be less rigid and straight and trying to look good, and you'll just be more comfortable in your skin and with them. Another axiom has to do with the person. So when you meet a person and you realize you have a lot more similarities, the more similarities you have, the more your uncertainty is going to go down. So if you and another person, oh, we like this show, like I like Big Bang Theory. So if me and a person both like Big Bang Theory, I guess that means that we're kind of alike. So I will be more certain about them because I'll start relating their personality to who I am. The last axiom for this theory is that the more the uncertainty goes down, the more you're going to start liking the person. This axiom is the most argued. Some people think that the more certain you are a person, the more you're not going to like them. All depends. All of these axioms of the theory work in reverse order. So like the one where if uncertainty decreases, intimacy will increase. It's vice versa. If uncertainty increases, intimacy will decrease. They all work in both ways. I did an experiment with my two friends, Victoria and Joanna. They don't know each other, two friends from different social circles. I brought them together and told them that the only requirement is that they talk for 15 minutes. Okay, here with me today I have Joanna and Victoria, two friends of mine who do not know each other. So for the next 10 to 15 minutes, I'm going to set a timer. Get to know each other. That's all I ask.
Well, okay. Alright. Cool.
I will not stop you at 15 if you're having a good conversation, but I will keep you going until you reach 15, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Wait, say that again?
I'm going to be timing you until 15. If you guys are like super awesome friends by 15 minutes, I'm not going to stop you. But if you're like awkward, like, Erin, stop this, and it's not 15 minutes yet, I'm going to make sure you keep on going. All good?
Okay, yeah.
Ready, set, go.
Anyways, so hi.
Hi. So your name is Victoria. Where are you from?
I'm from Rosenberg, Texas, right outside of Houston.
Okay.
And you?
Northwest Texas, kind of the middle of nowhere. And
Those
like
are the best kinds.
The Great Triangle of Abilene, Lubbock, and San Angelo.
Country area.
Yes, definitely.
That works.
So I'm assuming you're the same major as Erin.
I am now in the same major as Aaron.
Oh, what's your first major?
Theater production and performance.
Oh, okay, cool. I have some friends in theater. Yeah, Mitch Slan and Lauren Robinson. Do you know them? And Johnny Brantley the third. And why are you laughing?
Just the third.
That is his legit name.
I like thirds.
Anyway, those are the people I know. There. Yeah.
When Joanna asked Victoria about why she changed her major, her information seeking is going up instead of just Victoria just saying, oh yeah, I'm communication studies now. Joanna's wanting to find out information about Victoria and why she changed her major. So I guess uncertainty's going down because information seeking is going up.
So what year are you?
I'm a junior.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What year are you?
I'm a sophomore.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Should be a sophomore at least.
Yeah.
Yes. And your major is?
I'm an art student.
You what now?
Art.
Oh,
I
okay.
started out with fashion merchandising. Hated it, so went to art instead.
Okay. So you're probably a good drawer then.
Yeah. I mean, I can draw, but I would much prefer sculptural stuff.
Okay.
So.
That's cool.
And
So
charcoal, because it makes me look like a good artist. So.
that works. What makes you look good?
The shading, like it just does its own natural shading, and I can manipulate how much goes on, so I can just kind of rub it off or add more. And it's really messy, but it looks good.
And it's fun.
And it's very fun.
That's
yeah,
nice.
so it's really good.
That is awesome.
What made you decide to change your major?
More so of the area, that's what I didn't see myself doing in the long run. Like these kids in the theater here at Texas State are like amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I did get a call back for the show I auditioned for, but I freaked out and then totally ruined my audition.
Aww.
But it's more so along the lines of it's not where I feel like God is calling me to do. And so over the summer, where the place I was at really just helped me dig in and see where or what are my strengths and weaknesses and whatnot.
That's awesome. Wow. That's really cool.
Yeah. Church is some crazy stuff.
Do you go to the same church as Aaron?
Yes. Church 242.
Yup. I've been there.
Thundercats. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay. So what are some of your favorite activities?
Oh gosh, everything. No, I literally do everything unless it involves running. But I. You know it's true.
As long as it's not running.
You know it's true. Even when it rains. But I like art, obviously, and then I play guitar and piano and I write music. So I'm like really into creative stuff and sewing and just making things in general. I enjoy it a lot. I like to dance. I love reading. I grew up with a lot of boys, so I play video games, and Netflix is bae. So, so there's always that. So I'm pretty well rounded. I like being outside and going hiking, and so like I have a lot of things I enjoy. What about you?
I am a reader and a writer.
Nice.
Sorry. I love just doing anything where I can serve others in a way. Like,
Me too.
Yeah. In some way, just like being in communications with others. That's part of the reason why I'm also going into communications.
That's
I can't not be around people. So, and I find more joy in being in people than being alone.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's do this.
I understand that. Yeah, I know that.
Reading. Oh, basketball. I love sports. Mostly basketball. I played for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
So it's like my love right there. It's like, oh, I love movies and
movies.
TV shows.
What's your favorite TV show right now?
favorite TV show right now is Law and Order SVU. Has been for the last like year.
Law and Order is pretty good.
Yes.
Good stuff.
New season's out right now and I'm just like, yes.
Sometimes the most exciting thing is when the new season's out, but then it's also agonizing because you have to wait for the new episode and you just don't want to wait. You just don't want to wait.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Especially then eventually you just forget about it. And then it's like they start talking about it again. It's like, oh my gosh, it's coming up.
I forgot this existed.
I so relate.
Oh, and the show Married at First Sight. It's on FYI channel.
Married at First Sight.
I found out about it through iTunes, basically. And it was on one of the free episodes. And it's a social experiment that takes place in like the New York area. And basically they ask people who, they don't tell them what they're doing first and foremost. They just say,
like,
hey, yeah. Pretty much. Like, just like that. And they basically say, hey, we're doing a Lubbock type study. Would you like to come be a part and come for the interview and everything? They're like, sure, okay. They get there and then that's when they tell them, okay, so now that you're here, if any of y'all don't want to be here for this, you can leave. But what we're doing is getting you and a complete total stranger that you never met before, who we believe is your perfect match, and y'all gonna get married, and you won't meet until your wedding day at the altar.
Gosh, you should do it. Cats. I choose cats. Oh wow.
And then they
I
go
can't
through,
imagine.
and it's a real marriage.
Oh gosh.
And everything. And they have to go through 5 weeks of being married, through the honeymoon, through moving in with each other and everything.
Oh.
And then at the end of 5 weeks, you decide if you want to stay married or get divorced. And there's 4 experts on this.
If they made it 4 weeks, they could get it annulled. And they wouldn't have to worry about divorce. It's like it never happened. They invented that because of Vegas.
True, but it means then it's on your record if you get a divorce.
But annulment's not on your record, I don't think. I don't know. I haven't really looked into it. That says something good about me, right?
It's true.
But that's very interesting. I'd never heard about that. It's a little terrifying. It's very terrifying.
It is. And you should see some of these. One particular couple that you honestly thought were going to get a divorce from the very beginning. And they actually ended up becoming really, really close. She actually cried at the wedding, had a breakdown, because she was like, I'm not attracted to him at all. I feel like the experts made a huge mistake. It's the worst day of my life.
Oh my gosh.
And then by the end of it, she was falling completely head over heels in love with him.
That's crazy. They must have upped her paycheck just a little bit. I'm just saying. No, that's really cool. That's very interesting.
Check it out if you get a chance. Oh my gosh.
So do you really enjoy stuff dealing with sociology and psychology?
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
Yes.
It's interesting to see how differently people interact. Just like their different viewpoints too.
Yeah, definitely.
So. Oh, that would be insane. But
As Victoria talks about this new TV show she's into, you see Joanna leaning in a bit, and she's not losing eye contact with Victoria. These are nonverbal messages. So the more nonverbal messages Joanna sends her way, the more certain she feels about Victoria. And Victoria seems to like this because she's getting into detail, and she's throwing her opinions in as well. Also, this means that the uncertainty is decreasing because the nonverbal messages are also increasing. Joanna's not playing with their hair or biting her nails, and Victoria is using a lot of hand motions to describe this TV show. Nonverbal messages increase and uncertainty decrease. And then when uncertainty is decreasing, intimacy is increasing. As uncertainty decreases, intimacy increases. Joanna's leaning in, she's paying more attention, she's opening her body up to Victoria more than the camera and myself in the room. Victoria's also leaning in a bit, she's being more open to Joanna, and they're becoming more intimate. intimacy increase, uncertainty decrease.
Do you have a job? Like, do you work like during school year or do you work during the summer?
Art is my job. Normally when I go home, I sell drugs at the pharmacy where I work.
Okay. I was about to go like,
this got awkward. She got super.
Erin. I know who you're actually for your teacher. Oh my god.
She's doing ministry. She's pouring into me. No, but I work at a pharmacy when I go home. But this past summer I went to Portland for 10 weeks on a mission trip, so I didn't get to work, and I'm literally a starving artist now because, yeah, I'm poor.
Joanna mentions that when she goes home for the summer, she works at her family pharmacy. This gets the room busting out laughing. You can hear me obnoxiously laughing in the background. Joanna wouldn't put in the drug selling joke if she if she didn't have some sort of intimacy or relationship with Victoria. She's obviously feeling comfortable with Victoria enough to make a joke about this, knowing that Victoria doesn't do drugs and that she can take a joke about Joanna. If Joanna went up to some stranger and said, "Yeah, I sell drugs at a pharmacy," the people would kind of give a weird look. But since the three of us all kind of know each other and know like the basics of each other, me knowing them more, we can all laugh at this joke. So obviously their intimacy levels are increasing because of these jokes we're having. So their uncertainty is decreasing.
But one day I hope to be employed again because I feel really not successful with life. When people are like, "What's your major?" "Oh, I'm an art student." "Oh, so do you have a job?" "No." No, I don't.
That was my uncle's art major, and he's actually now owner of a gallery.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
So you have a lot of potential.
Victoria mentioning that her uncle owns an art gallery is her trying to relate to Joanna. They're trying to see their similarities. This is one of the axioms. Similarities increase, uncertainty decrease. Victoria's trying to relate to Joanna, saying, "Hey, yeah, there's people in my family who are also artists like you." She's showing Joanna that she knows what it's like. She's trying to increase her intimacy levels as well. More similarities, more intimacy, less uncertainty.
I mean, you need art in everything, like movies, music, books, decorations for your house. I mean, come on. People think it's just drawing a picture, and it is not just drawing a picture.
How are you going to set the furniture in your house? How are you going to set your garden?
How it looks, how it's structured, how much weight it can support. I kid you not, one of my projects was taking an 11 by 17 sheet of paper, and it had to be 12 inches tall and had to hold 8 pounds. So the way I had to construct it, like, I had to hold 8 pounds, which is like a gallon of milk or something.
I've heard of that one.
I didn't pass that test. I was like, I'm not an engineer.
Aww.
But yeah, so we do crazy things like that, and it's weird. But I was able to make a pair of paper shoes that supported my weight, so in the end, I feel like it doesn't matter whether I got that other project or not, because I could use as much paper as I wanted for the shoes.
True.
So, but it's cool stuff. But definitely would have to say that people assume that it's just one thing, and the more I go through it, the more I realize, oh, this could be used for a number of things. When I was in high school, I was like, no, I could never do art. It won't go anywhere. Like, that's a dead end of a degree, and then I'm in it, so whatever.
Yeah.
I ended up being here anyway. So, but it's been good. I like it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So,
That's something you're passionate about. That's awesome.
I really love it. Like, I mean, who doesn't want to be able to do homework while watching Netflix? Like, I think I have the bigger bargain here.
True.
And I'm not sleeping twice a week. And, you know, accidents can happen when you're working with art and X-Acto knives. Not that I know from personal experience, but it's rather dangerous.
That's
I considered ceramics, but they have a huge kiln and it has lots of flames, and I was like, knowing me, I should probably stick to watercolor or something. Oh, yep, story of my life. So, are you a cat person or a dog person?
I like both. I have 3 dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I like kitty though. Kittens are cute, but even though they destroy everything.
Yeah, they do, but
They
it's
can
worth it.
If they can stay small, I'll be fine.
My cat's big and fat, like a walrus. He is. He's huge whiskers, like a sea lion. He's huge. He's great though. I'm kind of worried to post pictures of like me with my cat, because then people might be like, oh my gosh, she really is a cat lady.
It's okay.
My cat is adorable. I don't care.
It's okay. It's okay. I know people who love cats. And my friend says, she's like, I'm most likely not going to get married. I was like, you're going to be a cat lady then, huh? She's like, yep.
It's worth it. They love you back.
And they don't leave you alone. And they don't leave you alone.
And they don't leave you alone. They're like, I love you because feed me. So. Is that our kind of love? Is that why you like me?
That's what we do our boyfriend. That's what you do your boyfriend. You said I love you because they feed you.
Pickup lines number 1. You're the kind of boy I'd make a sandwich for. That's what you start with. I'm sorry. I have to ask, how much of this are you showing in class?
I don't know. I'm gonna edit it.
Okay, good.
Do you want that part out?
Wait, whoa, you are showing this in class.
I don't know. I'm putting it on YouTube.
Okay,
I know you're a teacher too. Oh my goodness.
This is
Not
gonna be
cool.
a really awkward question, but is your name Veronica?
Victoria.
Victoria. I'm sorry.
Victoria.
Victoria. I had the V right.
Yes.
And the
Everyone has to be
A.
right.
And the A. Don't know. I'm terrible with names.
It's okay, you're not the only one. Everybody. Goes, Veronica, no. Victoria, yeah.
So funny how those names are so easily confused.
Intimacy is increasing when Joanna asks what Victoria's name is. She wants to be friends with Victoria to make sure she has the right name. If she didn't really care about the friendship, she wouldn't care about the name. So we know Joanna is starting to be friends with Victoria because she wants to make sure everything she knows about her is correct.
It's very interesting.
It's okay, I have like 20 nicknames.
So,
You're good if you'd like.
we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's great.
Okay. So how'd it go? What do you guys think of each other?
So I think we're best friends. Sorry.
Hey!
Not that stage, Aaron.
You know, we're just gonna kind of go grab a Coke after this and leave you to your life.
And kick you out.
Forever.
You guys feel comfortable with each other? Like, if you happen to meet up another time, it wouldn't be awkward?
I mean, needless to say, I would yell your name across campus, so. Now that I know that it's Victoria and not Veronica. But just in case, look out for Veronica too.
It's okay. It
So.
works. I normally just, every time I meet somebody new, I normally just like, hey, or hi. Even if it's not like, it's like, hey, so, what you doing next week? Want to meet up? No, I don't, yeah. Don't worry, I won't do that. But I will say hi.
It's great.
I told them they can stop talking, that they were done, project over, but they keep going. This is verbal quantity. They're wanting to talk more, so the uncertainty is decreasing. They didn't have to go further. They could just say, yeah, feel pretty good. And that would be it. But they continue to keep me waiting by talking more. This lets me know that they're more certain with each other, that they know about each other, and maybe not the best of friends, but they're decent friends. They said that if they see each other on campus, they wouldn't pretend they were strangers, and I believe them. Thank you guys.
No, thank you. So I get paid for this, right?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Okay,
No.
why? What?
You lied to us.
You know we have no jobs here. You're supposed to give us
I can
something.
pay you in Oreos.
I prefer Starbucks.
There you go. I love how at the end they totally go off script. They don't talk about any of their personalities or getting to know each other. They just sit and joke with me about how I need to pay them, which I did pay them in Oreos. Unscript-like behavior decreasing is certainty increasing. So some of the things I noticed about this dialogue is that it was a lot of ping pong back and forth. Hey, what's your major? Oh, this is my major. Oh, what do you do? Oh, this is what I do. But most of the things after the initial, this is the answer to your question, they do go off a bit about some of the intimate things of their life and some of the personal characteristics of themselves. And that's getting a little bit away from the ping-pongy thing. Still is a lot of it, but it's understandable. You only have been talking to someone for less than 15 minutes. After I turned off the camera, they did seem like good friends. They talked a bit more about other things that go on in their lives and other kind of personality traits they have. But yeah. So while you may not say the exact same things when you're getting to know someone for the first time, you'll still go through the same process. You'll still want to be decreasing your uncertainty. And when you hit a road bump, either something you don't have similar, or something that doesn't sound right, or the other person's being unresponsive, that can usually cut the conversation off. But these ladies kept on going past their 15-minute mark, which I love. If you happen to notice one of the axioms that I didn't catch, please comment below and let me know. I'd love to get other people's perspectives on how this conversation went. I hope this shows you some real-life applications of the uncertainty reduction theory and how it does work whenever you're meeting someone for the first time. You're wanting to get to know someone, so you'll go through the process of having more verbal and nonverbal communication. When you have a similarity, you'll like the person more. The more that you talk, you'll start opening up and wanting the other person to listen and talk about themselves as well. You'll become more intimate, which you'll see in your nonverbals as you become closer, and you'll lean in more than outward. And eventually you'll get off that ping pong script. And the more you start talking to someone, the more you'll want to know about them, the more information seeking you'll be. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you for the next theory. Bye.